What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, last night was the first screening for the Marvels. Of course, Marvel Studios didn't do the normal red carpet premiere because the actors are on strike and it would have been a little silly. However, they did do a small screening event in Las Vegas in which the Flurkins were on the Sphere, and as soon as the movie was out, we started getting reviews hitting the internet, and super late last night, about 2 in the morning on the East Coast. I'm sure a lot of you were already asleep by then. We've gone through and compiled most of the reactions from a lot of the sources that you know and trust, and the good news is, and from the sources that care, there is an overwhelming amount of positivity. We're going to break them down, see what they have in common, a couple of themes that is, and what really seem to have worked for the Marvels. I'll then issue my final thoughts about the film before it goes live in theaters tomorrow and then everywhere else on Friday. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, and in fact, we are just days away from back-to-back PS5 giveaways. One on Friday, one on Saturday for Loki's finale and the Marvels. Again, all you gotta do, be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so of course I don't have to issue a spoiler warning for reviews. There will be no spoilers in any of these. The people who came out of the theater knew exactly what they were allowed to say and not say, so you don't have to worry about that. But what I will also say is the best way forward in most cases, especially with films and storylines like this, is to just go in with an open mind, and it's okay to have an opinion that seems to differ from others. If you like it when a lot of other people don't, or vice versa, that is totally cool. Okay, so we're just going to go down the list. We compiled a ton of reactions last night and this morning, and we tried to, in most cases, stick with writers and editors over at the editorials that we often cover in the news here at the channel. These are in no particular order, starting with Jack McBride over at The Direct. Hashtag The Marvels is a significant improvement on the original Captain Marvel and a solid MCU entry. The three Marvels play well off each other, and their dynamic is at the heart of the movie. Some very memorable moments that the internet is not prepared for. The villain is forgettable and feels like we've seen them on screen multiple times before. Disappointing given the great string of villains the MCU has had lately. The plot also feels a bit thin, and the characters' conflicts feel very forced and unnatural. People going into the Marvels with an open mind will certainly find plenty to enjoy and have fun with. I don't think it will blow anyone away, but I don't think it will leave people disappointed either. Some good stuff, some bad, but overall a fun time. Viewer Non goes on to say, hashtag The Marvels is a fusion of light, color, and sound. Action scenes are accentuated with rumbling bass that the theaters are so equipped. Do not leave before the credits end. Make sure to stay seated and appreciate everyone who made the movie. Eric Davis tweeted out, Nia DaCosta's hashtag The Marvels is a great time at the movies. It's well paced, full of frantic, hilarious energy. I even liked it more than 2019's Captain Marvel. The thing moves, the location swap action is a blast, and the post-credit scene is crazy. I'm definitely a fan. Iman Vellani really does steal the movie too. She does a good job of adding that wide-eyed, holy cow humor to the story. It reminded me a lot at times of Spider-Man's trip to space in Infinity War. Solid surprises, strong cast chemistry, unique action sequences, lots of Flurkins, and a light, breezy runtime. An MCU win in my book. My buddy Brandon Davis over at comicbook.com tweeted out, The Marvels is a fine MCU entry. Carol, Kamala, and Monica are really great, especially together in very creative action scenes. First 25 minutes really rocked, exciting MCU stuff by the end. The villain is forgettable, VFX vary, both good and bad, some really silly scenes didn't work. He then followed up with The Marvels greater than Captain Marvel. The reaction from Stephen Weintraub was this, happy to report that hashtag The Marvels is a blast. It's fun, funny, and the cast is so good together. Is it one of the best Marvel movies? No, but I had a smile on my face a lot. Definitely worth seeing in a movie theater. Also, the after credits scene is fire. Excited for what comes next. Grace Randolph tweeted out, The Marvels is short and sweet, plenty of laughs and action. I went in hoping it wouldn't be too bad and ended up with a smile on my face the whole time. Tons of surprises, big and small, not just the end credit scenes. Avoid spoilers. Movie Files tweeted out, no, the hashtag Marvels isn't the train wreck the media has been pushing it to be. Sure, the story can be uneven at times and the villain isn't memorable, but Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau carried this film and also made Captain Marvel more interesting. This is better than the original, has much bigger MCU world building to the multiverse than both Mom and Ant-Man 3 combined. It's not perfect, but don't let the negativity surrounding this film stop you from enjoying the fun, action-packed space trip with 3 characters with great chemistry. Honestly guys, when I hear all this and a lot of the other reactions that seem to be in line with all of these and just say the same thing but in different ways, it makes me feel like this movie was exactly what I thought. No, it's not meant to be an Avengers Endgame or Infinity War. It probably won't hold a place in your top 5, but it's also going to be a fun entry. I mean, look, if you watched Ms. Marvel, you knew that there was no way Iman Vellani wasn't absolutely going to kill this role. And regardless of what you thought about 2019's Captain Marvel, this is a much different film, both in the size and the scope, and it definitely is based on the characters and the 3 of them, which seems to have carried the movie to a positive place, regardless of the faults that it may have had. This is also in the face of what negativity was brought to Marvel in real recently, not just with all the Jonathan Majors stuff, but what's been going on in the news cycle pretty much for a year, and then that Crisis at Marvel Variety article that dropped last week. That's a lot of negative attention as you're going into what you're hoping is a positive box office release. What I will say though is that Forbes has just put out an article saying that Marvel's woes may be overstated. I think that's actually the headline of it, and while I haven't had a chance to read it just yet, I have a pretty good idea of what might be in that article, as a lot of industry insiders were really quick to defend Marvel and say, hey, they are literally just making this sound like it's total disaster, and it's not. Not only has Marvel been through quote-unquote dark times before, they also very obviously have a forward plan now, and with Bob Iger back at the helm reprioritizing the Avengers, as we've seen very clearly from this marketing, I feel like a lot of their new franchise films are not going to waste any time in sort of building into the kind of thing that we've wanted to see as we hit Secret Wars. This may just be the tip of the iceberg for that starting, and with the amount of implications for world building that have now been confirmed for this film, I'm super excited to see it regardless. Like I said guys, there are a lot of films that are probably more of C grade or D grade, maybe even B grade action films that I can enjoy on lots of levels. They don't all have to be a cinematic masterpiece. They don't all have to have the most interesting, complex, allegorical dialogue. They don't all have to be Avengers Endgame. And as long as you don't take that sort of pre-assumption into films, they can be entertaining just for what they are. And now it sounds like, as confirmed by these reviews, that's exactly what the Marvels is. I cannot wait to see or hear your thoughts. And of course, we will be back for a live watch party tomorrow. I'm going to see the Marvels tomorrow afternoon. We will have the watch party. We'll be live tomorrow around 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I cannot wait to watch the finale with you guys. I am so super hyped. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s, and in fact, at the end of this week, on Friday and Saturday, we'll be giving away back-to-back PlayStation 5s for Loki's finale and for the Marvels drop. If you want to be entered to win or for any of the future giveaways, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name All Fires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.